Due to strong language, viewer discretion is advised. Today on an all-new Dr. Phil. He's old enough to be her father.
Why are you with somebody 26 years younger than you?
But who's more mature?
You choked me. I was 8 months.
Jumped on my back.
Well, you be the judge.
He makes me want to throw up.
Come on, give me a shred of maturity here. I get that she is wild.
I'm not wild.
What is your point? She's going to make a U-turn because there's no way out back there. Let's do it.
Have a good show, everybody. Here we go.
I hate to see people suffering, and you've hurt long enough.
Stand by, Dr. Phil.
Wilson, take
I'm going to get you the help that you need.
5, 4.
This is going to be a changing day in your life.
Go, Dr. Phil.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Well, how much of an age difference is too much between a couple? 5, 15, 20? Well, what about 26 years? That's exactly the age difference between my first guest, Dean, who is 50, and his on-again, off-again girlfriend, Ashley, who is only 24. And was only 19 when they started dating. But the age difference isn't really the problem with this relationship. It doesn't even make the top 10. While some couples have matching his and hers coffee mugs, Dean and Ashley have his and hers matching mug shots. Here's a look at their relationship by the numbers. 64 days in jail combined. 26 stitches to Dean's head, 20 calls to the police, 10 physical fights, 4 years off and on dating, 4 arrests, 3 to 4 black eyes, 3 domestic violence charges, 2 bite marks, 2 probation sentences, and 1 daughter. She didn't exactly win the parent lottery here. That's the reason we're doing this show. Take a look.
How do you know I'm lying?
You're a pathological liar, and everyone knows it.
Ashley and I fight every day.
You're a liar. Grow the up. We can't even be in the same room without arguing. He makes me want to throw up.
The fights always turn physical. She'll jump on my back, rip my shirts. She's throwing stuff at me.
Dean has pushed me up against the kitchen counter and choked me, tackled me, just thrown me up against the window.
The police have been called to our house at least 12 times in 5 years. Ashley's given me several black eyes. She's given me so many scars on my neck from her grabbing me.
I felt like I had no choice except to fight back.
She hit me with the glass Christmas Eve and gave me 26 stitches here in the face.
After the incident with the glass, I was arrested for domestic violence.
We've both been arrested for it. That's making me want to just drink all the time.
Yeah, I can smell it on you. You can't go one day without drinking, it seems like lately.
But Ashley, you drink all the time.
When Dean drinks, he'll harass me, he'll call me names.
I've called her a slut, I've called her a whore.
I've called Dean a bastard, a piece of and an old fat. People were against me dating Dean because of our age difference. Dean is old enough to be my father.
I hate how I've become since I've been dating Ashley. You won't talk about anything, Ashley.
Because you sit there and you lie about everything.
How
You
am I
treat me
lying?
like
Am I lying? Tell me what I'm lying about. I just can't believe that I sit here and continue to argue and yell and scream with her.
Yeah. Why are you with somebody 26 years younger than you?
I fell in love with her and I love her.
You still love her?
Still love her.
What is it that you love about her?
Everything about her except the way we fight.
Yeah. What do you have in common with her?
Not too much, other than the compassion that we have a daughter together, and I think we want to try and work this out.
So why are you with a guy that is 26 years older than you?
Dr. Phil, I was in foster care. I got released. I had nowhere to go. He took me in, sucked me in to a relationship, got violent, became an alcoholic.
Dr. Phil, that's not true at all. I didn't.
Yes, it is.
I took her in,
You're
yes.
liar.
I'm not lying about it, Ashley. That's not true, Dr. Phil. I never chased her or anything like that. She had nowhere to go. I was hanging out with her sister who was friends with hers. Her sister got mad because she was flirting with me at my camp. She sat on my lap. She was flirting with me. Her sister got mad and left and threw all her stuff out of her car, and she had nowhere to go. Where do you want to go? I'll bring you anywhere you want to go. You need somewhere to go? You want to stay here? What? She said, I'll just hang out with you.
Dean, where was I supposed to go?
I don't know.
I
asked
had nowhere to go.
Exactly. What am I supposed
You
to do?
didn't have to go to his lap. Did you go sit in his lap at
Yeah,
camp?
Ashley, you didn't have to
Yeah,
stick
I mean, it
around.
was a
You
big
didn't have to
camp.
stick
There were a
around.
lot of places to sit there, but you chose
Asked you
to
where you
sit
wanna
in
go.
his lap.
So where do you want to go?
Let's
What do you
be
wanna do?
honest about it.
I'm just getting out of a marriage.
Well, I
like
was
the 20-year.
attracted to him. Of course I'm going to sit on his lap.
You what?
I was attracted to him.
Okay, well, you act like he ran you down
and
like a
that's not
cheetah
true at
on a
all.
gazelle,
I
but
never
the
chased
truth
you,
is,
Ashley.
you were sitting in his
You know,
lap
I
and
wasn't some
flirting with
50-year-old
him.
guy looking for
Right.
some young girl. I just got out of a
I
marriage,
know
all right,
that-
Ashley? So
I
don't
knew
make it
that
look
you
like
weren't
I took
chasing.
you in, you know, and was chasing you, because that's what you just sounded like you
There's
said.
manipulation again.
Well,
What?
I don't want to hear it.
That's what you always tell me. None of my business. I don't want to hear it. And if we weren't sitting here, you probably would be jumping on me right now.
Okay.
do you jump on him?
When he comes at me,
No,
yes.
when I'm trying to leave and you're telling me get.
He's
Who's the
cornered
one with
me.
all the scars on my neck,
He's
on my
choked
face?
me when I
Who's
was
Ross, all
pregnant.
my shirts.
I'm talking.
Whose stuff gets
I'm
broken? Look at my
talking.
car. It's full of dents. There's no mirrors on it. 'Cause you
Okay,
rip them
and
off.
you choked me when I was pregnant. You've threatened
Actually, you
to kill
jumped
me.
on my back.
You make
after
death
you ripped up
threats.
3 years of 20 years worth of
It's a
photo albums
full
of my other
replay.
children. You ripped
That's
them
what
up
he said.
and threw them on the floor. And I came home and was picking them up, and you jumped on me as I was picking up the pictures.
I was
You just-
hormonal and pregnant.
say
You
that-
were
you've been saying
calling
that
me names.
before
You
were
were
even
calling me a
pregnant, Ashley.
bitch, a slut, a whore, a
You
bat.
just ripped up 20 years worth of my kids' photos.
I didn't rip.
You ripped the pages
No, I
out.
didn't. I kicked the bag over. And you
Ashley.
came at me.
Ashley,
cornered me up
that is
against
not
the wall
true one
and
bit,
choked
Dr.
me.
Phil.
I was 8 months pregnant.
You jumped on my back, Ashley, and I was peeling you off of me.
No, I didn't jump on your back.
See, it's not going to go anywhere. It's not. I mean, if you weren't here,
This is why
if you
he's
weren't
here.
it would be a physical fight right now. And I'd be trying to leave and get out the house. She'd be on my back telling me, no, don't leave, standing in the way, don't leave, don't. The neighbor tells me, all we hear
You're
is her
trying to
telling you,
victimize.
Dean, get out, and then Dean, stay, when I'm trying to leave.
Well, here's an actual excerpt from a police report for
ahead.
Dean's arrest on 10/21 of 2012. It says, Dean made a comment that he was getting sick of this. The reporting officer advised Dean to stay away from Ashley and there would be no problems. Dean went on to say that the next time the officers deal with him and Ashley, there would be a murder. The reporting officer advised Dean he shouldn't speak like that, and he said, oh, okay, the next time it will be a missing person.
Yeah, I meant my murder.
Did you get up in the middle of a OBGYN appointment and grab a stool?
And I picked up the stool and I went like this and I said, you better shut the up.
And later, so I'm trying to get a list in my mind of the target behaviors that I think need to change in order for this child to have any chance of growing up and being not you. I don't know, if you're going to walk off, go this way.
Tomorrow on an all-new Dr. Phil, Illicit Affairs.
He was secretly videotaping these encounters. Some were naked women in your car.
8 years of lies,
Why would you tell these women you were a sheriff?
Gain their trust.
betrayal,
Trying to see if there's any remorse, and I don't see it.
and life-saving squandered.
My daughter's suggestion was I can stretch out my lunch money.
Were you thinking maybe I could zip up my pants?
That's tomorrow.
Dean is constantly harassing me, leaving voicemails. One will be mean and then the next will be him begging for me to call him.
You don't want to call back, talk to me, whatever. Call your little boys and have them that you're a slut.
Next message.
Please answer the phone, Ashley. Please, I can't go on without you answering the phone. Please do it now. Please, I'm going to show up at your door and rip the f***er off the wall and come in there. Please, talk to me.
I have some questions, and I just want to kind of go through and see if I understand this correctly. I'm going to ask you, then I'm going to ask him. In 2009, did you start yelling and screaming at Dean in a store?
Yes, I did.
Did
when
you
I was
jump on
pregnant.
his back and tear at his clothes and ripped at his hair?
In a store?
Yes.
No, I did not do that.
In a store. That didn't happen. Okay, in June of '09, did you try to hang yourself with a phone cord
Yes, I did.
because you were mad at him?
Yes.
Why were you mad at me?
Well, hang on. I'm doing the interview here. Right now, you're a spectator. I'm asking you, you tried to hang yourself because you were mad at him. Wouldn't you want to hang him?
Well, he was mad at me. He caught me texting an ex-boyfriend I had just broken up with, and he was threatening to
But
leave
why
me.
try to hang yourself with a phone cord?
Because I didn't know what else to do.
Are you suicidal?
Not right now, no.
Okay. Did you get up in the middle of a OBGYN appointment and grab a stool and charge him with it and pin his head to the wall between the legs of the stool?
I did not pin his head. I was sitting there waiting for the doctor to come in. I was pregnant. I was hormonal. He was calling me names. He was pressing my buttons like he always does. And I picked up the stool and I went like this and I said, "You better shut the up."
My wife's had 2 children. And so she was pregnant and I'm sure hormonal, and I didn't think I ever got the stool treatment. So did she pin your head against the
She
wall?
pinned my head
between
against the wall and she was arrested.
Okay.
And it was simply because the doctor asked her if she was taking her prenatal vitamins. She said yes. I said, no, you haven't. And she snapped that
Okay.
quick.
All right.
I wasn't
all right.
calling her names.
Okay.
Wasn't pushing
Tag
her.
team, you're out. So you were arrested, but they didn't charge you. They just held you for a few hours and let you go.
Right.
Have you grabbed a knife and threatened to kill yourself?
Yes.
But yet you held a knife against his cheek.
Yes.
I'm going to kill myself.
In front of our
No.
daughter,
I've threatened
who was
to
sitting
kill
there
him.
Okay.
when that happened.
Okay. So your daughter witnessed this.
She was not there at
She
that
was
time.
sitting on the couch. She was there.
When was
actually.
this, Dean?
When you held the knife to my throat.
She was not there. I
given
wouldn't
excu-
do
Oh,
that in front of her.
hold it. I'm doing an interview here. This is called Q&A.
Okay.
Okay. Did you rip the mirrors off his car?
Yes.
Have you given him 3 or 4 black eyes?
1.
Did you hit him in the face with a glass and cause him to get 26 stitches in his face?
Yes, because he was threatening to kill me. He wouldn't leave me alone. I went upstairs. He followed me up there. He was calling me a bitch, a slut. I should just kill you right now. He started putting his hands on my throat, choking me.
In December, he was in jail. And you were not. Did you go 10 days without ever seeing your daughter?
I don't recall when this was. I don't,
It was last December.
like around
Over Christmas?
Yeah, I did because I was stressed out. I wanted to get away from my house. I didn't
Well,
know
you
what
did.
else to do.
So you went
You
10
did.
days without seeing. Who was taking care of her?
I was calling her and I did see her off.
Who was taking care of her?
I don't remember.
Really?
I
You
think
don't
my
know
grandma-
who was taking care of your daughter?
Well, I know, but I don't remember.
Did you go 10 days and not see her?
No,
Where were you during the time you didn't see her?
I was with a friend,
What kind of friend?
just one of my girlfriends.
Girlfriend? Do you go out sometimes for 3 or 5 days at a time?
No, the time that I was gone for 10 days, I was in a really bad state and
Well, I'm
state
talking about
of
different. Just
depression.
generally speaking, do you go off for
No,
several
I
days
go
at a
out.
time?
I go out when he has our daughter, Kaden, and I go out twice a weekend.
What time do you get up every day, usually?
If he's at my house and waking up with Kaden, I'll get up at like noon, 1 o'clock. If I have Kaden, I wake up when she wakes up.
So you don't sleep until 3 or 4 p.m. daily?
No, not daily.
Do you leave her in pajamas till 2 o'clock and
If we're
without
not,
changing her diaper?
I always change my daughter's diaper. All the time. Why would I leave her in one?
Are you a stripper?
No, but Dean thinks I am. He says I hang out at a strip club all the time, according to him.
Are you a stripper?
No. I'm not. I mean,
We can find that out. I mean, if you are, I'm not. Everybody has to have a job. I'm not being judgmental.
I don't have a
I'm
job.
just asking you.
I stay
I'm
at
just
home with
asking
my
you if
daughter.
that's one of the things you do.
No, it's not. I have friends who are strippers. I have a friend who strips, but that's about it.
Do you hang out at the strip club with your friends?
I went there once.
Twice that I know of, that you admitted to me.
The night before you came here, which was not last night, it was before that. Did you stay out all night with friends before flying here?
I went with a friend for a while, and then I went back home. I packed, and I came here.
Yeah.
Can I just...
Did you get home? Did you get home at 4:45?
No, I got home
Okay.
before that.
4?
Because I
4:15?
was, like
Did you get home about 4 o'clock?
3. I'd say about 3.
3. Okay. All
Or
right.
actually,
Well,
I take that back.
what? Say it.
I take that back because when I did show up, the limo was there to pick me up. So you were right.
Like
Yeah, I know.
5.
Yeah. No, I know I was right. I know I'm right about a lot of things that you've said here because
I
I do
just
my
forget a
homework,
lot.
and I'm just curious how much you're going to lie to me. And so far, it seems to be quite a bit.
No, it's not quite a bit.
Okay, 50-year-old Dean says not only is 24-year-old Ashley a bad girlfriend, she is also a bad mother. We're going to find out why he says that, and we're going to see just how charming he is to live with when we come back. So I'm trying to get a list in my mind of the target behaviors that I think need to change in order for this child to have any chance of growing up and being not you. But no, if you're going to walk off, go this way.
Where were you on Christmas? Were you with Caden?
No, I wasn't with her on Christmas.
Where were you on New Year's Day? Were you with Caden? It makes me very angry when Ashley's out all the time. She goes out way too much for a young mother. The last time we broke up, she said it was out of her system, but I guess it's not because she still continues to go out all the time.
I go out 2 days a week. Everyone knows that, Dean. Dean thinks that I go out and party with my friends, and I don't.
My fear is that she's been so drunk before she doesn't know where she's at. I have no idea who she's driving around with.
I'm careful to never let him know where I'm going because I know he will show up there, and I don't want to see him.
I started this logbook because I wanted to show Ashley how little time she spends with our daughter. 52 straight days, she only had her 12 nights.
You're manipulating
How am I
again.
manipulating
You
it?
probably wrote up this big fake-ass lie
were you
to
on
make me look
Christmas?
like.
She doesn't believe it, but it's all true. It can all be verified with dates.
I'm done talking to your ass. You make me want to puke. I can't even look at your face.
Okay, so you don't think she's much of a mother.
No.
How are you to be around?
Difficult.
Did you throw her against the wall when she was 7 months pregnant?
No, I threw her off of me and she hit the wall.
Manipulation.
And in
Charming.
May of 11, were you arrested for domestic violence
Yes.
because you bit her?
No. I never bit her. The police report said there was no marks. She reached around and grabbed my face and her arm went across my teeth.
All right, it started to get a little creepy for me when I put together a timeline for this. In October of last year, did you break into her house with a credit card?
No.
Are you drunk?
No, I'm not a drunk. Never even had a DUI. I drink. Yeah, I drink. I drink.
But you're not a drunk.
5 days
I don't.
a
What is a
week.
drunk? I don't understand what a drunk is.
A drunk is a drunk. A drunk's an alcoholic. A drunk's someone that drinks to
I'm an
excess,
alcoholic.
loses
Yes,
control.
I'm an alcoholic. Yes.
Oh, so you want to play semantics?
What's that?
Okay,
don't
I can do
understand.
that with
No.
you. I'll play word games with you all day, and you'll lose.
I
And
know.
you'll waste your time being
Well,
here,
let's
and your
not do
daughter
that
will be
then.
the one that pays the price.
I don't
Because you
want
came
that.
here for help, and you want to be smug and a smartass.
Okay.
Is that it? Is
No,
that the
that's
game you
not
want to
true.
play? Because
No.
I can just bow up with you all you want.
No, I don't want to do that.
All right, then why don't you cut the crap and stop this smartass attitude?
Hey, I'm a drunk.
Seriously.
So I'm an alcoholic.
Because I'll tell you, the only reason you two are here is because of your daughter.
That's why I'm here. I mean,
Yeah, well, then act like it.
I never used to be like that, Dr. Phil. I hate how I've become.
Did you call our
stand it.
production team and threaten to cancel coming here because she wouldn't answer your phone calls?
Yeah, because I didn't know if we were coming. It was the night before we left. I didn't know if we were going to be here. I didn't know where she is. She
It was
takes off.
because
I
you
didn't-
were drinking.
Did you two have a big, loud yelling fight at the airport?
Yes.
They have security cameras. You might as well just tell me.
Yes, but he
Did
did
you
most
follow
of the
him
yelling.
into the men's room yelling at him?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I did.
We did a field shoot with you where we were interviewing you,
Yeah.
and you showed up drinking, right?
I had 3 drinks in the bar because I thought I was done for
Vodka.
the day. 3 screwdrivers.
Get your vitamin C. Did you have your vitamin C today, Dean? Mixed with your vodka?
Did you call our producer after midnight and say, I'm leaving town because she
Yes.
won't look at me or talk to me?
Yes.
On the phone, did you call her a lying ass bitch during
Yes.
that conversation to my female producer?
Yes.
Give me a shred of maturity here. Surely,
I hate how I've become.
because you have a daughter,
2 daughters.
and I know your other one's here, actually.
I know.
Dean sends text messages to Ashley. Here's one of them. I will never have to listen to you call me old, fat, wrinkly face again. I don't have to. You suck, and I will never help your sorry, slutty, lying ass again. Go get knocked up and let 3 different guys blank you while you're pregnant again. You are disgusting, and your whole family can't stand you. I didn't tell you everything so-and-so told me today. You're going to be shocked. Better step up, girl, and be a mom. I will not get a hold of you anymore. Last text. I'll be shocked if you show up tomorrow. But then, he says in another text, good luck seeing or even having Caden again. Get a lawyer. You're a grown man. And you can't believe that your behavior and hers is an abomination. Trust me, I get it. I get that she is wild and violent and immature and attacks and yells and screams and threatens and disappears and...
According to him.
I'm sorry?
According to him, I am.
No. According to you. Come on. Are we going to be honest or are we going to come in here and try
Yes,
to put a
but
spin
I'm
on
not-
this? Because you're going to lose that fight, okay?
Okay, but I'm just saying I'm not wild. I'm at home all the time now with my child. I go out 2 times a weekend when he has her. And when he has her, he's texting me constantly, asking me where I am.
And what is your point here? My point is I'm trying to inventory behaviors that I consider to be change-worthy. You know what change-worthy means?
Yes.
There's something I'd rather you not do in the future. So I'm trying to get a list in my mind of the target behaviors that I think need to change in order for this child to have any chance of growing up and being not you. Okay? That's what I'm looking at. I don't know, if you're going to walk off, go this way. You'll fall on something back there. Okay, well,
Dr. Phil, can I...
she's going to make a U-turn because there's no way out back there. All right, look, Dean's daughter, who is only 4 years younger than Ashley, is here today. She has a lot to say about her dad's girlfriend. We'll be right back.
I was 15 when I first met Ashley. She was 18. I was confused and a little weirded out that my dad was hanging out with a 18-year-old. But everything I've seen from Ashley is horrible.
You said you wanted to say something?
Yeah, I just want you to know that I'm not a bad person. I've been through a lot. I deal with a lot from Dean, and he's manipulative, and he's going to sit up here and try and charm you, and I just don't want...
You think that's working?
In a way, you said you don't want my daughter to turn out like me.
Do you?
No, I want her to be better, but I've been
So
through
that's
a
what.
lot.
So then we agree on that, right?
Right.
So you don't want to pick a fight with me on something we agree on. Pick a fight on something we don't agree on. Like maybe you think he's a bigger problem than I think he is. You could try that one, but you'd lose that too because I agree with you on that as well.
Okay.
What I said is I want your daughter to grow up and be not like you. I don't want your daughter to go get in a relationship with somebody old enough to be her father. I don't want her to be explosive. I don't want her to have anxiety and depression and drink and fight and go to jail and be arrested and disappear for days at a time. I don't want her to wind up in foster care, which is where she's headed. Trust me, your daughter's headed to foster care because you two are not worthy of having a child. You two do not behave in a way that is conducive to a child growing up in a healthy sort of way. So I want her to be better than you. I want her to have a better run than you had.
Me too.
How long had you been out of foster care when you met him?
About 5 months.
About 5 months. And why were you in foster care?
Because both of my parents passed away and my aunt took over guardianship and I kind of went wild as a teen. Not too bad, but it was causing health problems on her.
Right. So there wasn't anyone to care for you, so you got dumped in foster care,
Yeah.
which is a broken program, right? And how did that work for you in foster care?
I didn't like it.
Pretty rough run, right?
Yeah.
I get it. Aren't you glad you came back?
Yes.
I don't think that he is charming
He's not.
in the least. I think he's an alcoholic. I think he's out of control. I think you two are addicted to drama. You thrive on it because it makes you feel alive, I guess. I don't know. Dean's daughter, Morgan, who is only 4 years younger than her dad's girlfriend, says that you are the problem. You expect her
Oh,
to
that
kind
doesn't
of...
surprise me.
Well, you expect her to kind of
Well, kind
side
of.
with
She's
her
nice to
dad.
my
Let's hear what
face.
she has
Yeah.
to say.
Yeah.
The only thing I knew about Ashley when I first met her was that she had been in foster care. She didn't have anywhere to go, and that my dad was going to look after her like a father figure. I was 15 when I first met Ashley. She was 18. I was confused and a little weirded out that my dad was hanging out with a 18-year-old. Then it got weirder as time went on. It was more affectionate than it should have been. First thing I noticed was when we were in the car and Ashley rested her head on the armrest and my dad started playing with her hair. But everything I've seen from Ashley is horrible. She has come to my grandmother's house and she had a fit, yelling and screaming and breaking things, and police got called. She has also thrown a cup at my father's face and cut his face open. My dad and Ashley are both very obsessed with each other. When my father is drunk, it's all about Ashley. Everything she does, he tells us over and over. My dad would be able to handle things better if he wasn't drinking all the time. I don't really think about Ashley much. I don't really care. I don't like seeing her with my father. But for the sake of Caden, I would like to see them work things out.
Morgan, thanks for being here.
Welcome.
You don't think this is a healthy relationship?
I do not.
Okay. That's two of us. You and I agree on that.
of us.
We don't think that's a healthy relationship. You don't think it is.
No.
So that's 3, 4. So all 4 of us think this is. And how about the audience? You think this is a healthy relationship? No. You think this is an unhealthy relationship? So everybody's...
Obvious.
Yeah. I mean, the town fool can see
Absolutely.
that this is ill-advised. She threatened to slit your throat in the summer of 10. What
yes.
did you do that made you need your throat slit?
Nothing.
Nothing?
No.
She just walked in and said, hi, I think I'll slit your throat?
She didn't tell me directly. She told my father.
She told your father.
Like you'd believe that. He's an alcoholic. He lies constantly.
Did you say that?
No.
Well, you slit his face.
Yeah, because he was threatening to
Ashley,
kill me.
I had you on voice
You-
recorder the
you
day
were
after
choking
you threatened
me.
to kill my kids. I had you on voice recorder saying,
Where is it?
Ashley.
Where is it?
You were sitting on my lap wanting
Exactly.
to kiss me. I said, I don't want to kiss you.
I
And
don't
you're like,
wanna
why
hear
not?
it.
I said, because you threatened to
'Cause you're-
slice my kid's
you're a
throat
liar.
yesterday. And you said on the recorder, you know what, Dean? I only said that to piss you off. You know I wouldn't do that.
Okay.
So you admitted that you did it. And you have admitted to me before
Okay.
that you've done it, Ash.
All right.
Why would I make something like that up?
Because you're a liar. You
You
can
have
lie to
a
your
polygraph
kids.
machine on here?
I've seen you on the
What's
phone
that?
lie
You
to
have
your
a
kids.
polygraph machine on stage? I mean,
Yeah,
that'd be
you-
really
Does it
good.
look like
I'd be
there's
willing
one?
to.
I do have polygraph machine on stage. You're looking at them.
Okay.
I read cues. The way I can tell when you two are lying is when your lips are moving. Dean was not always this way. Morgan, has your father changed?
He has changed a lot. He's not the same person he was when I was growing up.
Tomorrow on an all-new Dr. Phil, a husband's illicit affair,
He was secretly videotaping naked women in your car,
8 years of lies and betrayal.
trying to see if there's any remorse, and I don't see it.
That's tomorrow.
Can we agree this isn't working?
No, it's not.
And a lot of this is happening in the presence of your daughter. True?
Actually, she's gone most of the time when this stuff happens. He starts his stuff.
Most of the time, what would we say? 10% of the time she's there? 15?
like
20?
5%.
5%? Yeah. That's enough to change who she is.
Nothing physical in front of her since she was very young.
Dean's ex-wife, Jody, says she could care less about the number of years between he and Ashley and is way more concerned about the violence and fighting between the couple. She's joining us today on the phone. Jody, are you there?
Yes.
Thanks so much for taking time to chat with us about this today. You've been listening to everything so far, correct?
Yes.
What would you add to this conversation to help me find a way out of this maze for this child to have a chance?
It's not a positive relationship. It's volatile. It's dangerous. It escalates out of control continuously. One minute it's, happy-go-lucky, and the next minute, within seconds, it's just dangerous. And it doesn't just affect them. It affects Caden. It affects my children, their families. It's just out of control. And they just say they're going to stop, and it never stops.
Okay, and you're involved in this how?
Well, mainly because of my children. I mean, the only reason I'm doing this right now is because of my children and Caden. When Dean's in jail and Ashley can't handle the stress, Caden is with me and her aunts, and, we're the ones that care for her, and she's an amazing child, and we want everything the best for her. And two, my kids would like to have their father, which they don't have anymore.
Right. And Dean was not always this way.
No, I don't know who this person is.
Because you were married to him for how long?
22 years.
Okay, and you guys are divorced, and that's a whole other story that we don't need to go into today, but you and Dean are still on a very friendly basis, correct?
Yes, I think, we've done a great job at remaining friends. I mean, to be civil for our children. I mean, we don't always agree on anything by any means. But, we maintain that civility for the kids.
And you didn't see this behavior before?
No, not the violent, obsessive, violent, behavior that I see when he's with Ashley.
Okay, Morgan, what do you say about all of that? Has your father changed?
He has changed a lot. He's not the same person he was when I was growing up.
Yeah. And why do you think that is?
The drama, the alcohol, it affects him a lot.
Yeah. So you think this combination is bad chemistry. You think the alcohol on top of it is a problem.
Exactly.
So it's alcohol and this chemistry between the two.
Yes.
Okay, coming up, Dean wants to know if he's expecting too much to want her to grow up and be a mom. Well, I'm going to answer that question, and I'm going to talk about what I think each of these two need to do. We'll be right back.
Ashley tells me I'm more mature than the other people she's dating. That's why she wants me around. Ashley sees me as a father figure. She has father issues. I feel Ashley wants me there just to take care of her, to just bring her places, to make sure her daughter's taken care of, to clean her house, to do her dishes. when I ask her where she's going. What are you doing? None of your business. Well, then why are you telling me to come over here? Why are you snuggling with me at night in your bed? I've told her, just stop doing that.
If you're going to be in the Los Angeles area and you would like free tickets, go to drphil.com and click on Be in the Audience.
Because we have a lot of fun here, don't we? Or you can call 323-461-PHIL. Look, here's the deal. I'm going to tell you what I think here. Each of you have serious criticisms and indictments of the other. And barring a few details and examples that only your closest friends might care about, I think you're both pretty accurately describing the other. I think you are explosive. I think you're immature. I think you have anxiety issues. I think you have depression issues. I think you have just serious problems with your emotionality. I think that you have been through a very tough life. And when you go through that tough life, you don't always mature to the next level the way other people might. Because you don't have the role models, you don't have the guidance, you don't have the opportunity to do trial and error without disastrous results. And so it makes you very reactive. So I think, and I don't mean this to be condescending, but it's not too late for you to grow up and mature into the young woman that you can be. But you can't do it in this volatile relationship with him, and you can't do it without some professional help.
Right.
So I'm going to talk to you about that in a minute.
Okay.
Okay?
Yes.
Now, do you believe that I'm reading her right? That she's immature and explosive and in way over her head in a relationship as a partner to you and as a mother to this child?
Yes.
Good. Because you asked me, am I expecting too much to expect her to be a responsible mother and to not be so volatile? No. On the one hand, you're not expecting too much because any person should do that, but she's damaged. She's been damaged along the way in her life, which is what made her vulnerable to you getting infiltrated into her life, which to me is kind of creepy, but I understand how this happened in both of your lives. You're an alcoholic, and it's making you reason in ways that are substantially different than has been the pattern in your life. You need to call time out and go to rehab.
I tried to go to treatment where I live, but I don't have insurance. I couldn't, they wouldn't take me.
Okay, this is my gift to you. Okay. This is my gift to you. I would pay for this, Dean. You deserve a second chance. You deserve a chance to get this right. Your daughter deserves to have her father, not some alcoholic. I will send you to the Origins Recovery Center on South Padre Island in Texas. I make that offer to you. It's our gift here at the Dr. Phil Show to you if you will take it. Will you take it?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That is awesome.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you.
You need a variety of help. You do. First off, you need to find yourself. You need to learn how to be a mother. You need to understand that while you had no choice in what happened to you as a child and in foster care, you have every choice now as an adult. But somebody needs to help you see those choices and make those choices. So I asked Miles Adcock to come here today. Okay. And Miles Adcock, he's the CEO and co-owner of OnSite. It is the worldwide leader in therapeutic and personal growth workshops. Okay. And they address really the core underlying issues that keep individuals, families, couples from doing the things that they need to do. They really dig into those things to eliminate these dysfunctional patterns. And this begins with a very intensive inpatient workshop.
That's what I need.
It is what you need. And Miles Adcock is right here. Miles, say hello, if you would.
Ashley, I don't think you've had a safe place to land yet, and we're going to provide that opportunity for you.
Just be selfish in your own behalf for a minute. And when we come back, we ask all of you some questions. Would you date someone 20 years older or younger? We polled viewers. We're going to reveal those results and a few others when we come back. Stop justifying your inactivity and avoiding the challenge of change. For help getting started, go to drphil.com for 11 seasons of advice, articles, and exclusive videos you won't find anywhere else. Plus, sign up for the Dr. Phil community to share your story and find support from others, all on drphil.com. Well, we did a survey, and we asked, would you date someone who is over 20 years older than you? 37% of you said yes, sure. 63% of you said no. So we asked, would you date someone who is over 20 years younger than you? 21% said yes. 79% said no. We also asked, would you support your son or daughter if he or she dated someone and there was a 20-year age difference? That was about 50-50. Robin and I have been very involved in foster care, and particularly Robin as national spokesperson for CASA, the court-appointed special advocates that help children that are caught in the foster care system. And it is the #1 thing that determines the outcome of those children, right, Robin?
Yes, you're right. You're right. It's so important that these foster children have a CASA representative standing there for them, because a lot of them go into the court system and go into court and they don't have anyone to speak on their behalf. And I have been told by family court judges themselves that the CASA report on behalf of that child is the first thing that they read before they go into court, and sometimes the only thing that they read, and it determines on what that judge decides on behalf of that child. So it's very important that they have someone that will speak to them on their behalf.
You didn't have a CASA, you didn't have that kind of support, and so I don't wonder why you've made some of the choices that you've made. A special thanks to Miles Adcock, and thanks to all of my guests for being here. A special thanks to Origins Recovery Center in South Padre Island. For those of you at home, we'll have links on our website to OnSite, and we'll have links on our website to Origins. Thank you for being here. Make this great. Make this great. Thanks so much. Thanks, guys. Well, it's good to see you, man. Thanks so much. Thanks, guys. Thanks, guys.
Due to strong language, viewer discretion is advised. Today on an all-new Dr. Phil. He's old enough to be her father.
Why are you with somebody 26 years younger than you?
But who's more mature?
You choked me. I was 8 months.
You jumped on my back.
Well, you be the judge.
He makes me want to throw up.
Come on, give me a shred of maturity here. I get that she is wild.
I'm not wild.
What is your point? She's going to make a U-turn because there's no way out back there. Let's do it.
Have a good show, everybody. Here we go.
I hate to see people suffering, and you've hurt long enough.
Stand by, Dr. Phil.
Wilson, take
I'm going to get you the help that you need.
5, 4.
This is going to be a changing day in your life.
Go, Dr. Phil.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Well, how much of an age difference is too much between a couple? 5, 15, 20? Well, what about 26 years? That's exactly the age difference between my first guest, Dean, who is 50, and his on-again, off-again girlfriend, Ashley, who is only 24. and was only 19 when they started dating. But the age difference isn't really the problem with this relationship. It doesn't even make the top 10. While some couples have matching his and hers coffee mugs, Dean and Ashley have his and hers matching mug shots. Here's a look at their relationship by the numbers. 64 days in jail combined, 26 stitches to Dean's head, 20 calls to the police, 10 physical fights, 4 years off and on dating, 4 arrests, 3 to 4 black eyes, 3 domestic violence charges, 2 bite marks, 2 probation sentences, and 1 daughter. She didn't exactly win the parent lottery here. That's the reason we're doing this show. Take a look.
How do you know I'm lying?
You're a pathological liar, and everyone knows it.
Ashley and I fight every day.
You're a liar. Grow the up. We can't even be in the same room without arguing. He makes me want to throw up.
The fights always turn physical. She'll jump on my back, rip my shirts. She's throwing stuff at me.
Dean has pushed me up against the kitchen counter and choked me, tackled me, just thrown me up against the window.
The police have been called to our house at least 12 times in 5 years. Ashley's given me several black eyes. She's given me so many scars on my neck from her grabbing me.
I felt like I had no choice except to fight back.
She hit me with the glass Christmas Eve and gave me 26 stitches here in the face.
After the incident with the glass, I was arrested for domestic violence.
We've both been arrested for it. It's making me want to just drink all the time.
Yeah, I can smell it on you. You can't go one day without drinking, it seems like lately.
But Ashley, you drink all the time.
When Dean drinks, he'll harass me, he'll call me names.
I've called her a slut, I've called her a whore.
I've called Dean a bastard, a piece of and an old fat. People were against me dating Dean because of our age difference. Dean is old enough to be my father.
I hate how I've become since I've been dating Ashley. You won't talk about anything, Ashley.
Because you sit there and you lie about everything.
How
You
am I
treat me
lying?
like...
I'm lying. Tell me what I'm lying about. I just can't believe that I sit here and continue to argue and yell and scream with her.
Yeah. Why are you with somebody 26 years younger than you?
I fell in love with her and I love her.
You still love her?
Still love her.
What is it that you love about her?
Everything about her except the way we fight.
Yeah. What do you have in common with her?
Not too much, other than the compassion that we have a daughter together, and I think we want to try and work this out.
So why are you with a guy that is 26 years older than you?
Dr. Phil, I was in foster care. I got released. I had nowhere to go. He took me in, sucked me in to a relationship, got violent, became an alcoholic.
Dr. Phil, that's not true at all. I didn't.
Yes, it is.
I took her in,
You're
yes.
a f***ing liar.
I'm not lying about it, Ashley. That's not true, Dr. Phil. I never chased her or anything like that. She had nowhere to go. I was hanging out with her sister who was friends with hers. Her sister got mad because she was flirting with me at my camp. She sat on my lap. She was flirting with me. Her sister got mad and left and threw all her stuff out of her car, and she had nowhere to go. Where do you want to go? I'll bring you anywhere you want to go. You need somewhere to go? You want to stay here? What? She said, I'll just hang out with you.
Dean,
We've
where
been
was
together
I supposed to go?
I don't know. I
had
asked you.
nowhere to go.
Exactly. What am I supposed
You
to do?
didn't have to go to his lap. Did you go sit in his lap at
Yeah,
camp?
Ash, you didn't have to
Yeah,
stick
I mean, it was
around.
a
You
big
didn't have to
camp.
stick
There were a
around.
lot of places to sit there, but you chose
asked you,
to
where do you
sit
wanna
in
go?
his lap.
So where do you want to go?
Let's
What do
be
you wanna do?
honest about it.
I'm just getting out of a marriage,
Well, I
like
was
the 20-year.
attracted to him. Of course I'm going to sit on his lap.
You what?
I was attracted to him.
Okay, well, you act like he ran you down
Yeah,
like a
that's not
cheetah
true at
on a
all.
gazelle,
I
but
never
the
chased
truth
you,
is
Ashley.
you were sitting in his
You know,
lap
I
and
wasn't some
flirting with
50-year-old
him.
guy looking for
Right.
some young girl. I just got out of a
I
marriage,
know
all right,
that-
Ashley? So
I
don't
knew
make it
that
look
you
like
weren't
I took
chasing.
you in, you know, and was chasing you, because that's what you just sounded like you
There's
said.
manipulation again.
Well,
What?
I don't want to hear it.
That's what you always tell me. None of my business. I don't want to hear it. And if we weren't sitting here, you probably would be jumping on me right now.
Okay.
do you jump on him?
When he comes at me,
No,
yes.
when I'm trying to leave and you're telling me get a
He's
Who's the
cornered
one with
me.
all the scars on my neck,
He's
on my
choked
face?
me when I
Who's
was
Ross, all
pregnant.
my shirts? Who's
I'm talking.